I like state news. I don't read that as much as I used to, but that's pretty good. It's pretty witty, pretty informative. RHATV is pretty good. It's a little bit repetitive. They don't always have the newest stuff on there, so it gets a little old. But I don't know what else. I'm blanking on media. What else are you guys looking for?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, whatever you use to communicate information. So I know there's like Spartan Tailgate for sports. We're from Spartanedge in Big Green, and then there's Spartan Weekly is like a satire magazine, and we have Ing magazine if you've seen the rest.
Yeah, I've read Ing before. Ing's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that magazine. All MSU, I guess, if you consider that a media in some way. Trying to think what else. Black Sheep, that's pretty fun. But basically just anything that gets the point across but still doesn't take themselves too seriously.
Right.
So that would be my opinion. I think in all they're doing a pretty good job, just because a lot of them are student run. But sometimes I think the people who are the students can sometimes remove themselves and forget that they are just a student and not a hotshot journalist or whatever. And most of the time it's good, but sometimes the gap is visible with the media. You can tell that they're not taking it from a student perspective.
I guess it's good. I mean, I read the state news every once in a while, and I'm trying to think of other media. All MSU I use, that's how I found my subleaser for my apartment, so. It's a good way for other students to communicate, I guess, for all MSU for sure. For even the state news, like the classifieds and stuff, I've checked those out for stuff I need. I guess I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, I've never noticed anything that bothered me about the state news, like any stories or anything.
Every once in a while, I'll pick up one of the Black Sheep newspapers, and I'll flip through those and read the comics and some of the news stories. And sometimes I'll pick up the actual newspaper and read that when I have to find a current event or something. But national newspapers are great for just finding out what's going on outside of the bubble that we kind of live in. And then the Black Sheep is really cool because it's more individualized and personal opinions, and I like that a lot. I'm really into graphics and art, so I think it would be cool if they had more intriguing layouts.
I picked up the state news a few times, and I found some pretty interesting articles. I enjoyed them. I don't pick it up as often as I probably should, because it's really convenient and it's always there by my classes and stuff. I always enjoy reading it, but I don't know. I should read it more.
Why don't you pick it up that often?
I guess I convince myself I don't have time to read it, but I probably do. And it's cool to read about what students say and stuff like that, and to find out more about the campus, because you can always find out about clubs and all of that kind of thing, and about the sports teams and stuff like that too. I like how it's convenient and it's always in the big classroom settings, and you can always get one at Wells or the chemistry building or something like that, which is nice. And it's free.
And what do you think they could do better?
I guess maybe advertise it more somehow, so that we would know more about the articles that they're showing, or something special that's happened or something like that.
On campus, sometimes I'll read Ing, Lansing State Journal, and that's about it. Campus media shows a student perspective, which is kind of different from the real world. It's just more liberal, and you have more freedom to express yourself. Involve more international news. I think that's more, especially for those who are language, education, political science, or anything dealing with those. For them, for myself, that would be being more in tune with the world, and then maybe that could be more in tune with ourselves.
Sometimes with breakfast I read the state news, but not related to campus. I try to read Wall Street Journal or to stay informed somehow. But the state news is the MSU one I usually read. I think they do a pretty good job at getting what's going on out there. I mean, I usually have a pretty good idea of who's coming to campus as far as musical acts or celebrities. Emily, you're distracting. But I think they're pretty good at keeping kids informed. I know they probably have tons of other media outlets, but I think that they could be more vocal and more active on Facebooks and internet things. People would get to know things better and easier and faster. I don't always have time to pick up the newspaper. I don't always have time to eat breakfast, so it could be easier if it's right on my homepage. Then yeah, I'm gonna read it for sure.